Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. And in this video, we're going to see if we can get this 80 Z28 running. If you didn't know, I bought 3 Camaros from a junkyard that's going out of business. Local junkyard. Putting together the 81 Z28, which was taken completely apart by a 13-year-old years ago. The plan was to get it, well, as a roller and maybe sold, if not put an engine transmission in it, and then restore this one. They are both Z28s. We checked the VIN numbers, trim plates, all that. They are real Z28s. They got all the Z28 stuff in them. They full gauges, the air induction pedal connection, which I just found out what that was for. They're Z28s. And then this one was just a parts car. It's been a good parts car so far. So as I'm fixing up the gold 81, I'm writing down stuff I'm going to need for this one and taking off. Like, we needed, the whole dash is busted in half, so we took the whole dash out of this parts car eventually for this one when we get around to restoring it. But it's going to need a lot more parts than I originally thought. There's no fenders. He gave me an extra set of fenders that came off here, but they're in bad shape. Plus, they don't have the louvers in them. The Z28's got the square louvers on the side. Yeah, I could cut them out, but I don't have the louvers. I don't have all the ground effects, the fairings, flares, whatever you want to call them, that go on the 4 corners. I don't have them. What's that going to cost me? I don't know. No, that's one thing I forgot to write down. Taillights. We're going to need taillights. You know, I'm writing down all the major stuff that I got to get for this, and we'll have to see how the 81 gold one goes first, because I don't have to buy as much stuff as I got to do for this one. Okay, so where we're at with this one, he said he got it a couple years ago and they were going to use it for parts to build the gold one, mainly the drivetrain. Now, he said a couple years ago it was running. Now, I guess it hadn't been started since. He told me the transmission was all milkshake, water in the transmission. I said, well, how did that happen? I don't know. I said, did they drive it around like that? I don't know. He goes, I don't think so. So how did it get in there? Unless it was sitting and it got flooded out or something like that. It must have been sitting in a swamp, or who the hell knows. Okay, but it looks like, well, they were going to make a race car out of it. You know, they took the dash apart, put in this brace, this whatever it is, B&M Hurst shifter thing. That does seem to work, because and it's connected to the transmission. We had to put it in neutral to move it. And I put all this stuff on here. Let me just take some of this off. That's all how he had it, just this rag sitting there. But he did have the hood laying on it. So hopefully the hood was laying on it for the last couple of years, but we don't know. She could have got full of water. She could be seized up. And even if it does run, it could knock, click, smoke, be a real pile of junk. So as you can see, it's just kind of hopped up. Got the headers on it. This, I don't have my glasses, so I can't read. I don't know. Holly double pumper, maybe. But it does look complete. You know, he had it so nobody could rob parts from it. He wasn't selling no parts from it, although I don't know what happened to the front end. fenders, nose, and everything were gone, although here's the nose for the 81 Gold, and then the other parts were from this. So this is the nose. I don't even know how good a shape it's in. The fenders, I know one fender's really messed up. I guess we'll have to use them for this car. And the hood's not in good shape. We got, well, this hood that they butchered together and put on some big scoop, but I do have the other hood over there, but it's all rotted underneath. That's the air induction hood for the Gold one, and then this one came with that car, but it's all rotted underneath. But I do have this hood. It might be better, but anyway, I'll just go over a few little things before we get going on this, just to show you how much parts we got and what we need. The biggest thing is it going to be worth putting together and fixing up? Because, you know, the Gold one ain't going to need much on paint and body work, but this one is just, it's originally black, but it's got a lot of body work to do on it, and paint and stuff. So yeah, we're just figuring out this stuff too as we go along. Okay, yeah, this is all, actually it's still bolted together, but yeah, this is all screwed up. So yeah, they started tearing apart the AC and putting in little aftermarket junction boxes and, you know, race car stuff, I guess. I don't know, but they did put it and hook the heater up. Let's have a race car with a heater in it. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's torn apart. Like this white one over here, all the spark plugs are out, all the distributors all loose, no wires, no nothing, and it's been sitting like that for who knows how long. 99.9% chance that thing's screwed. Opposite to this one. This one looks like it's complete and should run, if we can figure out the wiring, how to start it, but we'll figure that out. Oh, you know what? I think it didn't have a battery in the trunk, or battery cables. Yeah, see? You had cables going all the way for a battery. There's a distributor. Oh, there's one flare. We got one. We just got to buy 3 more. Forgot about that. Well, I don't remember seeing that, but so to put a battery in the trunk. So we need to figure out where we're at with this car. If this engine transmission is screwed up, then, well, we're got to really rethink what we got to do with this car. So where's the dipstick? Like I said, I don't have my glasses on. I can't. There's oil in it. And it's not milkshaked. Good enough to run without doing an oil change. I would do an oil change if it sat for, you know, 20 years or something, but 2 years ain't that bad. I don't know. Does that look milkshakey? See, should I change? I guess what we'll do, see, my original thoughts was change all the fluids first. But should we try to get it running, make sure it doesn't knock smoke? Well, it may smoke from sitting for a little bit. Looks like the coolant's hooked up. Start coolant in it. I can't see down in there. We can put some coolant in it, or water for now. It's summertime, so it does have a transmission cooler on it. Yeah, I guess we can get a battery and a cup of gas, pour some gas down there. And what is this? Edelbrock intake. Let's see what that is. I'll have to bring my glasses out here to see what type of. We got a dirt dauber. See what carburetor that is. Accelerator cable's kind of. It is free. I don't know if they were using a gas tank or a fuel cell or what, but figure out where the floats are. On a Rochester, they just got a vent and you can fill up, I guess right there, you fill up the float bowls and you can run it for a minute or two. This one I'm not sure. Distributor's tight. Nobody's been jacking with it. She should run. All the belts hooked up. Stuff like that. So yeah, he put he said he had adjustable coil spring coilovers or something on there, and he's got them adjusting all the way down, so it's sitting way low. He said you can adjust them up, so that's why it's sitting low. Okay, is that the? That might be the gas line there, or it could be a gas vent. This is what we got to put together on the gold one. One's a brake line, and one's a gas line or gas vent going there. But there could be another gas line going somewhere else. So yeah, let me figure out how he's got this. How you can start this. Keys are in it. Keys are in it here, and it does work. Does it start like that, or does he got a bunch of buttons somewhere hidden? Little push buttons and toggle switches and all that. We don't know. We won't be able to tell with the lights coming on the dash because there's no dash hooked up to it. The Z28 gauges and everything, I don't know if they're in here, but I think I put them in another car for safekeeping. They are the Z28 gauges, but the whole dash housing is busted in half. It was laying on the floor with a power steering pump or something on top of it. Somebody just chunked it in there and busted the whole dash. That's why we got the dash out of this parts car for it. So yeah, I don't know why I took it all out, just to make it look like a race car. Okay, well, let me gather up a battery, some gas, and jack around with it and see about the wiring and stuff and how to start it. And obviously the gas pedal ain't gonna work, but that probably, I don't know, you would think it'd go there. So yeah, we'll start it up. If the motor's good and everything, we'll change the transmission fluid, change the oil and all that, and we'll go from there. But yeah, we need to find out whether this drivetrain is any good at all. Okay, well, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm out here with the 78 Nova. Just got the title in a few days ago. Washed it up, took some pictures, fixing to put it up for sale. If anybody wants it, I'm thinking about $6 grand. Okay. Brought it over here to use a battery. Forgot that I actually have a good battery in this, but runs and drives and stops. Let's go look at the playlist on it. Hang on, let me find the... Okay. Right over wrench, battery top post cleaner, and we're going to take that off and clean up the terminals in the trunk of this, put it in there, and see what happens. See if we got any, the starters in there, and if it turns over, and we'll go from there. If it starts cranking, we'll go get some gas and see if she'll start. So I'll be back. Okay. Mounted in the trunk. Okay, we'll give it a shot with the key. Oh, it's turning over. Okay, let me go get a cup of gas. Let me look at this carburetor. I got my glasses on here, so Holly, it is a Holly. Maybe down here and here. Fill up this bowl and this bowl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this would be the gas vent. You can see there's dirt in there, dirt daubers. And the main gas line should be on this side, but coming here, the fuel pump, and then up right here. Looks like the factory gas, steel gas lines. Gas tank in it. There's a gas cap. Yeah, gas tank's in it. No evidence of a fuel cell. 2 years isn't that long, but yeah, it hadn't been tagged since 07. 18 years. Yeah, we don't know what kind of condition that tank's in. I was gonna say I got a bunch of 5-gallon things of gas. Could pour 5 gallons in there and see what happens. But for now, let's just get a cup, fill up the floats, and see if she'll start. We'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I just had a cup of gas and may have flooded it out. Tried to put, I guess I should have got a tube to put them in, but anyway, we'll give her a shot. And I put the shifter into park. Not gonna be able to pump the gas pedal, and we'll see what happens here. I should connect that gas pedal so I could pump it while I crank it. I don't know why. Surely they couldn't have been driving it like that, because it doesn't clip in, but well, I got a little vice grip thing, I guess. We can try that. I don't think it connects there. It wouldn't pull it. It has to be there. But all this shit's in the way to pump the gas pedal. All this stuff. Gauges and wires and... Let me see. No, it popped off. I don't want to drain the battery. Let me get a... Well, I put that gas in there a little while ago because I got a customer. Let's see what it does now. want to hear it starting to pop off, and then we know it's going to be good. Let's make sure we got the distributor wire hooked up. Yeah, distributor's hooked up. I said unless he's got a toggle switch there for something. Anyway, let me get a little pair of vice grips and hold that throttle on the carburetor and get some more gas. I'll be back. I knew I should have had the camera going. I hooked the vice grips on that throttle cable, came in here and floored it, and she started up, but the idle's really high, so I had to shut it off immediately. And anyway, I was pumping it. Ooh, a little flamage there. Probably needs more gas now. Ugh. But yeah, it was really high. So yeah, oh, that's why the cable's messed up. I think cable or yeah, that's gonna be no good. Does it got a spring? Yeah, it was stuck up like that. So let's try it with like that. Maybe it'll idle. I know I should have a fire extinguisher over here. Well, we'll try it. We got a blanket tarp to cover the fire if it. Nah, that's not gonna. Now, better luck with that. I don't know why that doesn't spring back though. Now, for one thing, it's supposed to be over here.
How close is the nearest parts store?
I'll be back. Okay, guys, I put the vice grip over here. I think that's where that cable should be. I put some more gas in it. Okay. Still really high. Still really high. See, it's sticking. It's supposed to, that can't be the return spring. The return spring has to go from here to somewhere. Yeah, it's not returning. Okay, well, let me see if I can find the spring. Yeah, the only smoke is the gas has flooded it. Yeah, let me get a spring and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. Got this old seat spring here, and then well, I have to clamp that a little bit better. Hang on, one-handed here. Thought I had that on there good, but yeah. Hang on. Okay, got it clamped on there. Let's see what happened. I'm just about out of gas again. Let's see. Get a little bit of throttle. Exhaust leak. Header leak up here. I hope that's just a header leak. Sounds like it. It's either got a little miss in it or it's got a cam in it. Staying running by itself, huh? Idling anyway. Huh. Figured run out of gas. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of header gas or flange gaskets and all this stuff here. Flange, hanger, flange gaskets. So yeah, he's got some bad exhaust leaks. Well, sounds good other than his exhaust leak. Now make sure it's an exhaust leak and not a engine knock. Dang it. Reverse. Got reverse. Yeah, it goes into gear. Yeah, it's one of them. You gotta lift it up and jack around with it. I think it's running on the old gas. I can smell it. So the transmission does work. Yeah, I don't like those shifters. See, it's hard to tell if there's any rocker noise or anything going on. Yeah, I think it's running on its own. Ah, shit. Yeah, they're gonna have to be, headers have to be taken apart and redone, and but yeah, a little quick change things on here, take them off, and it sounded like exhaust leak or rocker noise up there. Take them off and check them. But it runs. But it better run damn good. I can't have no noises in the engine there with all this trouble of swapping and doing all that. But for now, we'll just call it good. And yeah, we need to change all the fluids on it, transmission and oil fluids, before we go too much farther. Yeah, I wish I had well, see if we can find a factory shifter. I got another shifter, but I don't think I got, missing a little button and knob and everything for the factory stuff. But we'll have to put one of them on there. I don't like that shifter. Okay, well, I guess that'll be it for the video then. She runs. Yeah, we'll have to say I had another set of headers, but I don't know if they'll fit Camaros. See, they gotta have that different design. We're gonna have to get the exhaust quieted down and see about the engine. But anyway, it does run and it does move. So I guess we'll leave the video at that. Yeah, I guess that's all I need to check out for now. But we can move it. Move it up by the shop if I need to, just to check the wiring from this car to the other car, instead of walking back and forth and all that. Anyway, I guess we'll leave the video at that, guys. Let me know what you think. Oh, I wanted to check the, it's too dark now, but we need to check the back of the block numbers and see what year motor this is. Make sure it is a 350. It probably is. Make sure it isn't a 305. I doubt it's the original motor. It's orange. You know, the original motor in this would have been what, blue? So it's probably an older 350. But anyway, we can check out that later. At least we got it running. I'll give you some more information on it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, well, subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, share, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.